Petrol names and signs. Each troop is named after the place to which it belongs. Each patrol in the troop is named after an animal. It is a good plan to choose only animals and birds found in your district. Thus, the 33rd London Troop may have 5 patrols, which are respectively the curlews, the bulldogs, the owls, the bats, and the cats. Each patrol leader has a small flag on his staff with his patrol animal shown on it on both sides. Each scout in a patrol has his regular number. The patrol leader is number 1, the second number 2. The other scouts have the consecutive numbers from this. Scouts usually work in pairs as comrades. Number 3 and number 4 together. Number 5 and number 6 together. Number 7 and number 8. Now let's look at the picture. This is the patrol flag of the Wolf Patrol of the 1st London Troop. Patrol motto. Each patrol chooses its own motto, which generally applies in some way to the patrol animal. For instance, eagles could take as their guiding words, "Soar high," or the beavers could say, "Work hard," the hounds, "True till death," and so on. Petrol call. Each scout in the patrol has to be able to make the call of his patrol animal. Thus, every scout in the bulldogs must be able to imitate the growl of the bulldog. This is the signal by which scouts of a patrol can communicate with each other when hiding or at night. No scout is allowed to use the call of any patrol except his own. The patrol leader calls his patrol at any time by sounding his whistle and giving the patrol call. Woodcraft trail signs. Scout trail signs are made on the ground close to the right-hand side of the road. They should never be made where they will damage or disfigure private property. These are some of the Woodcraft trails. Let's look one by one. Road to be followed. Letter hidden 3 paces from where in the direction of the arrow. This path not to be followed. I have gone home. Signed, Petrol Leader of the Ravens, 15th London Troop. All these show this is the way, and all these show turn to the right. When a scout makes signs on the ground for others to read, he also draws the head of the patrol animal. Thus, if he wants to show that a certain road should not be followed, he draws a sign across it that means not to be followed, and adds the head of the patrol animal to show which patrol discovered that the road was no good, and his own number to show which scout discovered it. Thus, at night, sticks with a wisp of grass round them or stones should be laid on the road in similar forms so that they can be felt with the hand. Petrol practices. Each scout should learn the call of his patrol animal. He should be encouraged to know all he can about its habits, etc. This can be the first step in nature lore. Each scout should know how to make a simple drawing of his patrol animal. The scouts should use this as their patrol signature. The special scout signs should be used out of doors. This can be made in the dust or by using sticks and so on. A good tracking game can be arranged by using signs only. Acting in all forms should be encouraged. Mock trials and impromptu plays are excellent training and useful for evenings around the campfire or when you have to be indoors.